Okay, I got him.
Now I'm down, but can you see me?
No, it's just I can't move anymore. It just says Kim is
I
down.
think you'll kill Alvarez.
The world holds its collective breath as the president meets with his cabinet in the war room. At this moment, they're debating the possible invasion of northern Mexico.
No one's gonna invade Mexico.
The U.S. hasn't taken up arms against its southern neighbor in 160 years. But since it was revealed that the corruption of the Mendoza cartel has spread to the highest reaches of the Justice Department, politicians on both sides of the aisle have demanded armed intervention.
Let's go. Line up.
Ben's ending is war. War never changes.
I saw the good ending for McCall.
This is the bad ending? Oh, because I killed you guys?
Yeah, because pretty much.
So I assume Alvarez is dead, but somehow I got testimony against her? The corrupt director?
Nixon.
Yeah, I'm not really understanding exactly what happened here.
I think you must have killed Alvarez, but, you know, you went down for doing that. And since everybody else was dead, that only leaves you.
Yeah, but then how does Dixon get implicated?
He doesn't. All the proof
it said they found the corruption went to the highest level, so I assume that includes Dixon.
Yeah, but Alvarez is the only one that could prove it, and if he's dead, that's it.
Yeah, so...
Odds are 2-to-1 that you don't make it to the end of the week, pendejo. You got a lot of enemies in here. If I were you, I'd pray a little harder.
Tequila. Wait, he's alive?
Shit. Yeah, he got away.
How did he survive his own grenade? That doesn't...
He ran away when he threw it.
Okay, I guess there's no way to kill him.
He fools us.
Juarez The Cartel, designed and developed by Tech Land. So,
I think I know what happens in Eddie's bad ending.
These are the people we need to blame. That's the answer. Blame these people, these Polish people. You know, the art looks good. I gotta admit. Is that a hollowed out tree bridge thing? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's in the multiplayer, I think. No, single player. There was parts of it in the single player side.
I don't remember that specific tree tunnel bridge thing.
That they used it to block the road.
No, but that one has a tunnel carved out of it.
I don't know.
The truck end. You can tell they definitely had someone going around photographing parts of SoCal and New Mexico. But it's still very much like this Polish interpretation of things, which I guess works. Hey, there's the tanker.
Don't shoot it.
Don't shoot the tanker.
Don't let it catch you. Escuela con Latos. Camille Braun.
Yep. So, this is concept art of a basketball court with graffiti. Yes, very exciting concept art there. And here's our favorite reused building in single and multi.
Cutscene animators.
Cutscenes. Tekla and Warzawa. So they have a Warzawa studio that they farmed a lot of stuff out to. That explains it much. Explains a lot.
Motion capture.
Jan Borkowski.
Yo, we need you to get inside this car so we can get the motion.
Yeah, I wonder if that leaning out the window animation was mocapped. And how? That's really hard to do.
Gang hideout.
I gotta say, parts of the ending feel appropriately Call of Juarez-y. And, I mean, there's some of the Old West settings, sure, but this really could have just been an entirely different series.
Much. And if it was an entirely different series, not only would it have not sold, but like a new IP would have been shot dead.
I'm not sure it sold to begin with.
No, it made the top of the UK charts, and it made it number 8 on the Steam sellers, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure that counts as selling much.
Well,
think about it.
Granted, how much did they spend to make this? And how much did they spend to advertise it?
I didn't see a lot of ads in the US, but, you know, Ubisoft, right?
Pretty much. I don't think they advertised it a lot, and I don't think it cost a lot to make.
Yeah. That's true. This is very Techland B-team on them. But here's the other thing. They did make a whole lot of new... I mean, as much as they reused assets, they still essentially made a whole lot of new, modern... You know,
keep in mind a lot of the stuff that some of the guns here, like the shotgun, assault rifle, and pistol, the animations are very similar in Dead Island.
Yeah,
some of them are
makes sense to
reskins.
reuse that stuff. But what I mean is, like, there's a whole lot of settings they made for this game, a lot more than I would have thought. Like the whole bus terminal that looks great, but is only used in one cutscene. Period. I mean, they're making this whole southern United States settings and assets and all this stuff that they didn't reuse in any other game so far. Like that entire graveyard in the church. Well, I guess the church is somewhat reused. But, I mean...
Damn, look at the voice talent.
Yep.
Shane Dixon and other various characters.
I'm not on voice talents yet. Weird.
Oh, hey, look, Baresi. Charles Dennis. Poor guy.
Additional cutscenes by Metris Mines GmbH company. And Xanthus
Declan, special thanks. God, Ubisoft. Fuck you, Yves Gelmont.
And how did they introduce, like, an entire plot point, like, you're gonna have to steal this stuff, and then not have us do it? Okay, I'm finally on voice talents. Casey Sander, Janora McDuffie, Zeus
and
Mendoza,
other various characters.
Everything is various characters. Oh, man. I guess we should be able to recognize some of these people from other Techland games.
Quality control.
Gotta admit the music is mostly good. The song F.U. Star Star. You.
The PS3 had its own team? Oh, and the 360 apparently.
Makes sense.
In some parts, the game is more solid on consoles than it is on PC. Like, the animations sometimes glitched out a lot more on PC.
You know, I'm gonna say that's a plus for the PC, though.
I did get a screenshot of Alvarez balancing himself.
If you see the video when it eventually gets uploaded, of you opening the doors to that giant, you know, club scene dancing, like your arms are like all the way back and the doors just magically open. It was weird, but hilarious.
Their dancing is weird, by the way. Like they're just shaking back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like they're seizuring. They're not dancing.
It's repeating the concept art already. Okay, I'm finally seeing the Xbox 360 version.
Desktop Services Technicians, EMEA Games Lab, Sebastian Odeso.
Your cutscenes, I mean, your credits are ahead of mine for some reason. I'm not even sure why.
Your credits went down and they needed to be revived.
Okay. PC version, finally. Lead tester Adrian Mitron, and associate lead tester Dragos Eon. They are to blame.
Translation and adaptation: Gregory Bardin, Julian Bardcoff, script proofreader. So, ASREC.
Data managers, IT managers, desktop services technicians. There's the EMEA Games Lab. So these are the guys who tested it. I don't know, can we blame them, or maybe they just weren't given enough time? Could be that.
I think everybody was just in a hurry, like, you know, hurry up and do whatever you have to because Dead Island is nearly here.
We gotta... Well, I think they were also rushing to bring it out, not only before Dead Island, but before all the shooters came out, before Battlefield, before Modern Warfare. And so they
keep in mind,
like,
though,
rushed
not
it out
everybody was anticipating
at the end of summer.
Cold Juarez 3.
Yeah, who's looking forward to this? Maybe 1,000 people worldwide?
Anybody who really loved COD 2.
Did anyone really love COD 2? That's the question.
It's amazing, man. It's like really good. Like 2 is good. Everybody thinks it's really good.
I'll say Bound in Blood was legit good, but it wasn't great. I don't see it as a game that had like a huge following. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the impression I get from YouTube. I don't know. A lot of people seem to like 2, but 3 let them down big time. I don't care.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I think if you're gonna have positive impressions of Call of Juarez Bound in Blood, or COD 2 as we call it, it's gonna be because, look, it's one of the few Western themed shooters around, and it was pretty good, but it wasn't great. But there just aren't any great Western themed shooters anyway. So then they take the one Western themed shooter series and turn to yet another modern day shooter series, and all the people who are going to forgive the relative quality of your shooter aren't going to forgive it anymore because this is another modern day shooter rather than a Western shooter. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, COD 1 was flawed and it was kind of frustrating to play, and people were forgiven, but it feels like they improved the game upon COD 2. They really made it more solid.
No forced stealth half of the game, that sort of thing.
Yep. And look, they needed concept art for the bus station.
And their engine was solid, and the graphics were good. And by that point, you know, PCs could actually run the game quite well. And it ran better on consoles too.
Keep in mind, maps were huge. You had those points in the game that were free roam. You didn't have that in this game.
Yeah, those were great. I mean, just get on the horse, you find these 3 bounties, and you're good. And you can buy some guns too. I mean, it was no Red Dead Redemption, but it was.
You could even buy guns during some missions. Like you walk into a place and you get guns.
And I think they really missed out on, you know, letting us do that. Basically, it wouldn't be full-on GTA, but it would be its own thing if we could, like, drive around a very large area, you know, drive to the place rather than having it be done in a cutscene, and go buy our guns.
Or they could have had, like, hidden agendas. Like, Alvarez kept calling, or not Alvarez, the FBI kept calling me, and they're like, oh, you should put the something in a car in the airport parking lot. Like, if you could do that in free roam, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be. Well, there's only one downside, is that I don't know if that would make as much sense for hidden agenda stuff. As in, okay, one person knows they need to do this at the airport, but so everyone else is going to say, okay, why are we driving to the airport? I guess you need to have it so like everyone can do something at that location. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Well, maybe they could give like same area but different objectives for people, and the airport happens to be there, some like very close in that area. So you start following somebody like, hey, what are they doing in the airport?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of something maybe perhaps even more limited in that, like, there's still, if you're on a mission, it's going to be only for this area. Like, similar to the area that we played the actual missions in. You know, you can't like drive around the entire state of California or even an entire city. But it's going to be big enough that like you don't have to just follow the gray dots. That like if you want to go to the left or go out or go to a point where it would normally say you're outside the mission area, you must auto fail, that you could do that, you know, and it wouldn't care. Like if you want to fall off the cliff, you know, go right ahead, you'll die, I guess, and then you'll fail, but you won't like fail just from running near the cliff. That sort of thing.
Some of them were very restricted. My credits finished. Went back to the menu.
Okay, I'm on Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, marketing managers, that sort of thing. So I must be near the end, since your credits all seem to be about a minute ahead. It cycled through the concept art.
There are 15 chapters in total.
Yeah. It seemed like a lot of those later ones were a lot shorter, although we were dying less, so that might have helped. Or when we did die, like, we didn't have to go back very far.
Did you get the achievement for finishing it on hard?
I didn't get any achievement yet. It might wait. When did you get the achievement? When you went to the
I got one achievement, which was finish the game as Eddie, but didn't get the hard one.
That's weird. It was on hard all the way through.
It might have reset my progress, because every time I joined your game it said, oh, you're gonna lose your progress, but
yeah, I did not.
you didn't think it would affect the achievement. Then again, I don't really care.
That's weird. And there's an age rating manager and coordinator. Oh well. And so I'm thinking, like, in all those chase ones, they didn't have to be so tightly scripted. It could just, you know, be that entire large area you could chase them in, but you could try to drive to the side, cut them off, that sort of thing if you wanted. You know, I mean, it would be a bit more of a challenge, and they clearly didn't want to put that much effort into it. But it's too bad, because it could have been something different than just another modern shooter that way. Okay, I'm back at the title screen now, and I guess that's it. I didn't see an achievement pop up, but I'll just have to check the Uplay and Steam pages. So,
either way, we should see the other ending.
Yeah, we'll have to replay that final mission a few more times. Thankfully, it's not that long a mission.
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna check YouTube.
Or we could just watch them on YouTube, yeah. So this will basically be yet another YouTube of those missions. Anyway, thanks for playing. I'll see you
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.
Bye.